As Arizona's real estate market begins to bounce back, you might be considering selling your home or maybe even buying your very first home. Here to answer your questions, our weekly real estate expert, Lynette Clemens of AZ Value Builders team, Keller Williams Legacy One Realty, along with members of her team. And we have the whole team here. This is just segment one. We're going to get to everybody in the next segment as well. We asked you guys on our Facebook page to put your questions in for this team of folks who can help answer them. So go ahead and get them in. We may get some more questions from you in this segment, but we did get some very good ones, and I want to ask you guys, because a lot of people have fear as they head in. The first question comes to us from Randy. How many homes are in ghost inventory? Now that is all the foreclosed homes the banks have not released into the market.
I don't think anybody actually has that number. We hear different things all the time about that. Sometimes they say there is no ghost inventory, and that's just something that they put out there. I know a lot of the banks right now, if there's already renters in there, they'll keep the home and not put it on the market. They're really trying to stabilize our market, and they know if they flood it too much, it's just going to make it worse for everybody again. So right now, I would say if there is a home, they're working with the people a little bit more to try to keep them in the home, other than just throw it back there. And
Right. Okay, let's get to our next question. We have this question. This is Beth Crofty, Crotty, I should say. For someone who's still underwater but has never missed a mortgage payment, isn't there anything that can be done so we can refinance? It seems a shame that someone who has continued to make their mortgage payments can't get a break.
Possibly, yes. They need to speak with a loan officer to find out what their options are, but it's really dependent on what type of loan they have, if it's FHA or conventional, and then it's going to also depend on the type of servicer that they have, if it's Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. There's going to be different requirements and different programs that they can look into, but they really need to contact their loan officer to find out what their options are.
Okay, and this next question comes to a viewer. It says, what is a turnkey property?
A turnkey property is a move-in ready property. So all the buyer needs to do is turn the key and move in. And as a seller, you want to offer that to them. They're looking at new homes and that you're being competitive with them. And so we have found, research shows that a home that is turnkey sells 15% faster.
Now, is that a new home or is that?
No, that is a resale home. You've just made all those little minor repairs that you've put off doing. It's just ready to move in. There's nothing for them to do but to bring their stuff.
So it doesn't matter if it's a new home or if it's a resale.
Right.
Turnkey ready. Is that advised to be turnkey ready?
Yes. We're looking at houses. You'll walk into a house and you'll see things that just need to be done.
Yes.
And a person looking for a home, if there's an odor, if there's just some different things, it's a lot harder for a buyer to get past that than it is if they just walk in and especially if they're looking at model homes too, because they go into the model home and they see everything perfect, and they want to see that in another house.
Absolutely. All right, our next question: how important is it to offer a home warranty when selling my home?
So when you offer a home warranty as a seller, you are providing an invaluable commodity to that buyer. They are walking into a home that is warranted, and a home warranty costs a couple $100s or more depending on the square footage and the type of policy you buy, but you're warranting everything in that home to be in working order for that amount of time, and if it isn't, there's that policy there to back you up, and that is invaluable as a buyer looking at a property. That is so important to know that that warranty is there. And so it is something that buyers look for. And so as a seller, you want to offer that.
Right, adding value. And the next question, what is the single most important thing a seller can do to sell their home?
Well, they can always list with us. I mean, we do a good job. But really, it's pricing.
Right.
Pricing your home competitively in the market.
And you're seeing overpricing, right?
We still are.
Still are?
Yeah.
All right, and the last question, do you have to be delinquent on mortgage payments to do a short sale?
No, you don't, actually. We've had success with quite a few short sales where the sellers were not delinquent and they did have successful short sales, but you do need to keep in mind that your hardship is a significant factor in that getting accepted. If the hardship is not significant enough, then it will be rejected or declined by the servicer, by the the investor,
Right.
you know, whoever it might be, and they all have different requirements.
All right.
So,
Well, that's good advice. And we have more questions from you coming up. But here's a special offer for you in the meantime. The first 20 people who list their home with AZ Value Builders team, you're going to get a complimentary staging consultation. That's a $150 value. Call Lynette and her team at 480-227-5105. You can also visit them online, azvaluebuilders.com. We'll see you guys in a bit.